One of the major reasons why people come to a spiritual practice is because they're feeling the need for connection. Whatever religion it is, or whatever group a person might join, it doesn't even have to be spiritual, it can be anything. It comes from that human need to connect, to connect to other people, to connect to self, and to connect to something other than just ourselves at the same time. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is about connection, and also about the most common thing that actually disconnects us from ourselves, and how you can go about getting that sense of connection even when you're by yourself. But before I do that, hi, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. If you're new to the channel and you want to become a witch or a Wiccan, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. So connection is what we all yearn for. When we talk about meaning in life, often when you get down to the bare bones, it's about doing something that helps us feel like we're connected, that we're contributing, that we're part of something. Because we are part of something. We're manifestations of a greater whole, yet we pinch ourselves off from that understanding and connection to it. And we do that by disconnecting to ourselves, and then we disconnect from other people, and then we disconnect from all that is, or from spirit or source. People come to me and say one of the reasons why they want to join Mystery Witch School 101, why they want to learn Wicca, why they're attracted to this spirituality, and it can be any spirituality, it's not just Wicca that people come to for this reason, is because they're wanting to feel connected. So in the case of Wicca, they're wanting to feel connected to other people who also feel connected to this particular form of spiritual practice. And if you find yourself involved in another spiritual practice and you don't connect very well with the form that spiritual practice takes, so that means like the ritual, the practices, some of the dogma or beliefs, then you may often find you feel like a square peg in a round hole, and you might be wondering why. So people come to different religions, whichever ones they are, there are hundreds of religions around the world, because they're wanting to feel connected, and feel connected to a community of like-minded people, because they want to feel connected to other people. And of course it's a spiritual desire to connect as well, because we're wanting to connect to who and what we really are, and connect to all and everything at the same time. What cuts us off from doing this feeling connected is this belief that we're not good enough. It comes from fear. Fear is the biggest disconnect there is. So when we're frightened of anything, like frightened of judgment, frightened of criticism, frightened of rejection, frightened of pain, frightened of people being angry at us, we pinch ourselves off. We pinch ourselves off from ourselves, other people, and then the whole entire universe, so to speak, energetically speaking. So one of the biggest problems for us is that we're a social species, and we really have a need to feel accepted by a group of people. And when we're not feeling accepted by a group of people, then we feel disconnected and we pinch ourselves off. And when we pinch ourselves off from other people, we internalize the judgment, we internalize the criticism and start doing it to ourselves. We pinch ourselves off from ourselves. And if we're involved in a religious philosophy or dogma that tells us that we're inferior, that we're not good enough, that we're bad, then we pinch ourselves off from spirit as well. So there's a lot of pinching off that goes on, and not a whole lot of connecting. So one of the ways that you can start to connect to yourself, to spirit, and to other people, is to start where it's easy to connect. So it's really easy to connect to the elements, okay? The elements won't judge you, the elements won't criticize you, the elements aren't going to say you're not good enough, the elements aren't going to say you need to do this, you should do this, and you shouldn't do that. They don't come with a list of rules. So you can go and connect with the elements without feeling any of that fear of being judged or criticized or ostracized or anything else. So if you're in a position where you can connect even just with one of the four elements, so connecting with the earth, maybe you can go sit on the grass or lie on the grass or lie on the sand. If you're in swimming in water, particularly in the ocean or a lake or even a creek, some natural water source, then you can connect with the element of water. You might be somewhere where there's a nice breeze so you can connect with the element of air, or even just sitting somewhere on a warm day where you're feeling the warmth of the sun, so you're connecting with the fire element. And connect with that one element. Just feel the breeze, for example. Feel it and feel the connection to the breeze. Focus on that feeling of what it feels like for the breeze to be dancing around you. And then just expand your awareness to everything that's going on around you without a commentary, without any judgment or criticism. It's being mindful. It's mindfulness practice of just being mindful of what's going on around you, the sounds going on around you in nature, the sound of the wind, perhaps, the sound of the water, the sound of the birds. Or if you're in a city, you might be in a city park, then the sounds of the city. Just tuning into, without any judgment or without any dialogue going on inside your head, just feeling into what you're connecting to. And as you practice this every day, even if it's just for 3 minutes a day or a minute a day, you'll start to develop that sense of, I'm part of this. So I'm part of the wind that's blowing around me and through me. I'm part of the water I'm submerged in. I'm part of that warmth of the sun. And that's where you start to feel the connection. So you start feeling connection to nature that way. And if you do this enough, you can start bringing this kind of a feeling, and it's more of expanded awareness, into environments that are a little bit more challenging, like family environments or friendship environments, work environments, environments where there's people. Because people are the hardest creatures for us to feel connected to. It's easy for us to feel connected to nature. It's easy for us to feel connected to animals, because nature and animals don't judge, they don't criticize, they don't demand that we should be a certain way. Although sometimes I wonder about cats, they can be a little demanding, but they're not judging us in the way that we judge ourselves and other people. So when you get comfortable doing this exercise with nature and maybe with animals as well, then you can start experimenting with how you can do that when you're around people. And then when you get really good at it, you might be in a situation where somebody might be throwing some shoulds at you, or some criticism or judgment, or you find yourself judging yourself and criticizing yourself with something. You can actually take that time out and just expand your awareness and be mindful of everything that's around you. And that way then you're connecting to all and everything. You won't be pinched off, and you'll either stop judging yourself, or you'll stop judging the other people, or what they're saying to you, unless it's constructive criticism, just will be like water off a duck's back. So that's how you can work on connecting. And I do encourage you to do this daily practice every day. It's really simple and it doesn't have to take that long to do. Incorporate it in part of your Wiccan practice, in your Wiccan studies. If you are wanting to get a little bit more of an understanding about how to pace yourself with your Wiccan studies, particularly if you're teaching yourself, I do have a free video called How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. It's more of a where to start your witchcraft practice actually. It just tells you where to start and then how to pace yourself over a 12-month period. That's a free video. I'll put the link to that in the description field below this video. So if you liked the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.